Hey guys, how's it going? It's Giovanni, and today we're going to do something slightly different. As you can see, we're not looking at a backpack today. We're looking at some carry-on luggage. Recently, someone in the comments asked me to review this Optimus luggage, and it's a it's a bag. It's a piece of luggage that I have often talked about in some Facebook groups that I'm a part of that are carry related, and I feel that Optimus doesn't get its due because normally when people are asking, "Oh, I'm looking for some really good carry-on luggage," people tend to mention Away, Halliburton, Travel Pro, and a few other brands. But if you think about it, those are really expensive. Those are expensive brands. But here comes Optimus. It's a company that was just founded just a few years ago. I actually got this one as a Kickstarter, I believe 3 years ago. And I have taken this thing on at least, I think like 10 trips on airplanes as well as in the car. And this thing still looks new. And that's because this is a well-made piece of luggage. So I want to go into it. I want to kind of take you through a tour of the outside. What are some of the nuances of this company? Because maybe you haven't heard of Optimus before. But if you do have an opportunity, optimusluggage.com. This bag is a 40 liter or about 39.5 liter in capacity. It's 20 inches and it comes out to $150, which, yeah, if you're used to going to like Marshalls or Ross or some of these other low budget places, maybe you go to Target to buy your luggage, yeah, $150 might seem a lot, but this is going to last quite a long time. And why is that? Well, right off the bat, it comes with really good materials. The outside shell is 100% polycarbonate. It has withstood a lot of impact. It's withstood a lot of abuse. The zippers are right out of the box, super smooth YKK zips. The wheels are butter smooth. They are so nice to use. Hinomoto wheels. Hopefully I got the pronunciation of that right, but I believe it's Hinomoto wheels. And these wheels are awesome, taking you through the airport. Fantastic, 4 wheels at the bottom. The inside has a great organization. Every corner has a corner guard that protects the bag as well. It has a nice beefy strap here. It's you can carry it for extended periods of time, and I never felt that it was gonna break even when I had this packed out. Really nice. And then at the top, I'll show you. You have a few things. So you have this TSA lock here. I'm not a huge fan of this. I know that it's a feature. I don't like it too much, to be honest. I wish they would eliminate this, but it's there if that's something that you want to use. And then also you'll notice that there's 2 USB ports. And these USB ports actually go into a compartment inside the bag where you can put a battery so you can actually charge your phone from the exterior of the bag. Really cool. Then also you have this really nice handle. It does not feel cheap at all. I love the click of this when it gets extracted or put back. It's just a good working piece of luggage. So again, this is Optimus luggage. And this is the gray. I believe now they also have like this black or gray. They have, I think, green and like a pinkish color as well. To give you a brief story, a buddy of mine who travels quite often was looking for a carry-on bag. He had recently purchased some of the carry-on bags from Nomadic, and he hated it. So I recommended this bag. I was a little hesitant to do so because sometimes I'm a little hesitant to make these kind of recommendations like, hey, you really should get this thing, because I was afraid that it was not going to turn out well for him. Even though I'm pretty confident on this bag, but still I made the recommendation because I was confident on it. And after a few months, I came back and I said, hey man, so what did you think of the Optimus? And he's like, dude, I love it. I think it's so good that I got one for my wife and I got one for my kid. So look, that's anecdotal, but just so you see, I love this bag. My buddy loves this bag enough that he bought 2 others for his family. So just so we can just kind of go over this. Aside from the opening, because it does open out, it does have a zipper where it expands just about 2 inches more. I haven't used that, but it is there if you need it. So let's open this thing up so we can see what is happening. So it opens up flat. And let me show you what this looks like on the outside. So here you go. So you have these 2 sides, and there's quite a lot of features here if you see it. So here you just have this one compartment that has to retain like the packing cubes, or if you just put in clothes, it'll hold the clothes in. Just to show you what this is on the inside, if you can actually open this up, and then you have these 2 structural beams here on the inside, helping keep the shape of the luggage. So kind of cool. There's also a little baggie here. You could put some stuff in there as well. And again, all the zippers are YKK, super smooth, really easy to use. Okay, so then you have this section here. Go around to the outside, to the other side. So you have this section here where you have these 2 pockets, and then you can open this up, and you have a whole other section. Here is where you would have that section to put in the battery. I think it's awesome. I really like it. I've used it a couple times in the airport where I'll just put my Anchor battery in there and I'll charge my phone from the outside. That's if I know if I'm going to be at the airport for a long time. So really, there's not a lot to it, but the organization is awesome because I could stuff this out really packed, then seal it in here, and then just keep that too, maybe a little bit with loose clothing or accoutrements, different things like that. But I've used this, my wife has used it, I've used it for my daughter, and it's worked out really well. And why would I pay $500, $400, whatever it is that an away costs when this has worked fine? Like I said, I've been using this now for a number of years, multiple trips through the airport, internationally, cross country, and this thing is still like new. Perhaps if you are a flight attendant or maybe a consultant who travels through the airport multiple times a month, you're always on the road, you're constantly at the airport, then yeah, whatever, you know what, spend the $900 on a Halliburton, whatever, that's fine. Or the Travel Pro, which is super expensive. But for $150, this is going to serve 98% of people who need a carry-on luggage. This has been able to fit in European airlines as well as with domestic airlines as well. It's been able to fit in the overhead bin. I've never had an issue with it, and man, it's going through it at the airport has been awesome because the wheels are so smooth and the handle is so nice that I don't mind taking it through the airport with me. So again, let me show you how smooth the wheels are. Like you can just and they don't make a ton of noise because you always hear some of those folks with the really cheap luggage, like you can hear them a mile away coming down the airport. But with this, I mean, you don't really hear it. So guys, again, give Optimus Luggage a look, and if you do, let me know how you feel about it because for instance, when I used to write for Carryology, they used to have the Carryology Awards, and they would mention carry-on luggage quite a bit, like what's the best carry-on luggage, and I would always nominate this one. For the last 3 years, I would nominate this carry-on, and it never got mentioned, which is fine, but it is an underrated luggage, and I think it deserves a lot more praise because really, aside from the TSA lock, which I wish they would remove, I gotta tell you, this is like for me the perfect carry-on. Like if this one dies at some point, I'm just gonna get another one. So, guys, give it a look. Let me know what you think. And very soon I will be doing a few more reviews. I know I've done a few first impressions over the last bit, but I'm gonna come back with some reviews of stuff that I've been looking at. So I'm really excited to share that all with you. And I will see you soon. Take it easy, guys.